The Accountant. I was very curious to see what this movie was about. Plus, Ben Affleck's on fire right now. And this is another one of those out of the park. I loved him in Batman vs. Superman, and I really enjoyed him in this as well. The story, it gives you just enough in the trailer to be intrigued, but not enough where it ruins any of the story. And I think that's a rare commodity nowadays. But I feel it left you in a perfect place to come into this movie and really experience what was going on. The whole movie, you're basically learning more and more about his character. You're learning more about his motivations, you're learning more about what he does, why he does it. You're learning more about the world around him. The entire movie I was on the edge of my seat because I wanted to know more. I wanted to know more about his character. I can't help but feel that this movie could have been like a series. That each time another movie comes around, he's dealing with a different situation. But for the situation in this movie, I felt it was very interesting. The plot that's going on between the people he's investigating or whatever, and the plot going on where you're learning about him, I was much more interested in him than I was in the plot going on that he was investigating. And it felt to me that the more we went down this path on what's going on between him and this company, the more I'm just interested in finding out about him.
The Accountant is far more exciting than the name would imply. If you think you're going to be looking at someone doing a balance sheet for 2 hours plus, that is not what this movie is. Ben Affleck does an excellent job with his character. He did a good job researching his character and playing a person who is on the autism spectrum. It's very easy to caricature that, and I thought he did a really good job of showing that it's not just a stereotype, that it's actually a spectrum and there's a lot of different types of behaviors one could have, and I thought he researched that really well. This movie easily could have gone into camp, and it didn't. The plot was very interesting. They fed you along just enough information to keep you interested.
So if you like A Beautiful Mind and you like Batman, The Accountant is a good movie for you to see. It's a very original movie, despite what I just said, and very well written. I was really impressed with the different storylines circling around each other, eventually converging. During the time that they are not converged, you might be having a lot of questions. There's a lot of mysteries, a lot of questions that you might have about what does this person have to do with this person? Why are we seeing these things? What's going on? How does this all connect? So you do have to have a little bit of patience, but that patience is well rewarded. Those mysteries are solved, the questions are answered, and they're all quite satisfying.
So the acting. Ben Affleck did a fantastic job. I don't know a whole lot about the autism spectrum. I don't know a whole lot about what it's like living with that, what it's like dealing and treating with that. But from what I can tell from the outside looking in, I was very impressed by the way he was in the movie. So from my limited knowledge of the disorder, it seemed like he did a good job showing that he had it and being realistic and not going over the top of it.
Ben Affleck, I have to give a lot of credit to for creating a pretty compelling character, a pretty unique character. He has this good balance of autistic versus the badass vigilante. On the subject of autism, personally, I'm not extremely familiar with the topic. So my only real caution for anyone thinking about seeing this movie is if you have personal experience with someone who is autistic, I don't know that this movie is necessarily for you. I don't know how you might be rolling your eyes, groaning. I'm not entirely sure. Just something to think about if you're looking to go to the movies to sort of eat popcorn and have a good time. This might not necessarily be the movie for you.
The character development was fantastic. Even small characters were really interesting. It didn't seem like there was a wasted character up there. Every character had a purpose. It was an action film, but it was nice to see the hero use intelligence rather than just his muscle. I rate this movie a 9 out of 10. The only reason I don't give it a 10 is because there are some big plot twists that I could see coming. I'm not sure if that's the same for everybody or just because I watch a lot of crime dramas. I did enjoy this movie very much.
It's a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Really enjoyed The Accountant. Felt like I wanted to see more, even though not really necessary. It was good as it was.
I give this movie a 9 out of 10. The movie's not perfect. Like I said, the main plot of the movie, aside from the actual accountant character, didn't really hold me that much. I didn't really care too much. I cared about what happens to the other characters because of it, but I didn't really care about the story. So because of that 9 out of 10, I really enjoyed the movie. I would see it again. The casting director deserves a raise. Each of the individual characters in the movie portrayed themselves in a way that was important to me, and I wanted to know more about every one of them, even the more minor ones. I wanted to know more about them. So I'm curious, what is your favorite Ben Affleck movie? Go ahead and put that in the comment section down below. And if you like this review, go ahead and like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel for more reviews every week. And remember, you heard it here at The Source.